What's up, Dinko?
Oh, what's up, Jason? It's another day of Cologne, and I'm looking forward to. I think Big was saying that sAw are kind of like Big.
That's yeah, Tapson had that interview. Very similar teams, apparently.
Let's see if that's the case today. We're going to kick things off with a fight down at A main. We've got Rigon and Crimbo starting to attack in towards ours. Dulce, and that Rice Pudding's now on the ground, and Muterus, he's gone back and headshot return to Rigon. We've got Portuguese here, the Gaggle, now making their way through middle. Tapson taking a few steps back in towards the
temple. But I bet he wishes he was on the camera side. Yep. I bet he wishes he was on the other side to be able to support Crimbo a little bit. He's now isolated. And sAw's going to start working around the map. But there's a timing on this. As we saw, Big push the B bomb site through B main. Searson and JDC going to be wrapping around. Oh, the bomb's on its own. The bomb is isolated, and the bomb surely is going to get dropped, right?
Ooh, Story taking a lot of damage, but he's not going to go down. The bomb still stands, but he's not got his teammates near him. That's the problem. So they're getting close to the bomb sites.
Oh, no.
Muterus is in the bomb site, and they have no idea. Searson coming back towards him, but he still wins that fight with the dual Berettas. So now with 44 seconds left, sAw are into a 3 versus 2. But again, that bomb finally has regrouped with the rest of the squad.
Oh, I can't believe they're actually wrapping to the B bomb site. Neither of these teams have been able to read the setup. They're going right into the 2 big players.
This could go well, very well for Big. JDC still in dark now. Detected, big shot from Muterix. And now Crimbo's left 1v3. And the chances for Big now dwindle to near 0. Crimbo coming close now, detected. Now he's got to deal with 3 different angles. It is not going to happen.
He wants none of it.
Yeah, he's getting out of there.
He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good, boys. You enjoy the explosion. I'm going to bail out.
Yeah. Crimbo's always a player that's traditionally had decent Anubis games, man. He loves this map individually, but we heard some surprise on the desk about the veto. sAw getting Anubis. I thought Big weren't going to allow through. What do you stand on that, Jason? You happy with Anubis showing up here?
Yeah, I'm fine with it, even though they lost it yesterday in their opening series as well, a close affair, but you didn't have U-Jerks on that map, you didn't have Arisdose. It took them a couple maps to warm up into the series.
It was a surprising day yesterday from sAw against the Mongols. You thought that sAw might concede first.
This Molly is going to get U-Jerks killed more than...
Oh, he holds down. He gets 4 from his spray.
I take it back.
Yeah, you overestimate the pistols, man. Those little pea shooters.
I mean, he did die. I was correct.
You were correct.
I was
he
correct.
got him killed. You weren't wrong.
I didn't expect the 4 kills to come out before that.
That was pretty clean, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah, nice transfer. They're all lined up. It's a good easy. Once he gets those first 2, the next 2 are simple.
I'm excited to see Big with Rigon down the line. He was showing some crazy aggressive moves yesterday. Very, very good individual player.
Yeah, it should be interesting. But I mean, Big's always had like some really cool individuals to keep your eyes on, right? To keep track of. The question is just always, do they raise the level enough to like make this team, back to contending for trophies? And the consistent answer, unfortunately, has been no.
Yeah, it has been no for a very long time. JDC, he's looking for Big's trade kill here. They've lost the first player in that mid fight and the timing. Somehow, JDC not detected, but Roman will spot him out through the mid window, and Searson unable to get that trade. In fact, Searson goes down. In the middle of the fight here on the A side, it's Tapson from Heaven to take out Muterus.
So the bomb has an escape route. Surely someone's telling story. Get on your horse, baby. Start running.
Yeah, he wanted to get further and further away so he could start to sprint without being detected. Now Roman is catching that rotation. Rigon runs right back into him, and Big just seemed confused. They just lost track of sAw players all across the map.
Layers of lurkers. Like really Big had no chance of reading the positioning of all that. So much chaos going down at the A bomb site, and most of that was caused by a very small sAw party, which left plenty of players to take advantage of rotators not even looking at them. 3-0. And this is one of the strengths we saw from sAw against Mongols yesterday in that victory on this map is, yeah, I mentioned they didn't have U-Jerks, they didn't have Arisdose, they had good step-ups from guys like Muterus, from guys like Roman as well yesterday to kind of make up for that, but tactically outplaying Mongols across this map. So their T-side should be pretty effective, all things considered. And, I mean, that's another point that can go down to Tapson's interview of the similarities of these teams. Both of them are a little bit slower paced, both of them are a little bit more tactically minded. You know, they like to win the games, playing smart, strategic Counter-Strike.
And in sort of that topic, I don't think Rigon could have gone from a more different team, right? You've gone from the Bad News Eagles or the Guild Eagles as they were into Big. It's like the antithesis of one another.
It's a very, very different environment, I would imagine.
Yeah, big time. He's going up against weaker weapons in this round, so it shouldn't be too difficult for him if JDC decides to peek at range of the 5-7. You mentioned yesterday, Arisdose and U-Jerks being 2 players that when they're popping off can just bring sAw to the next level. Well, Arisdose is down early on. Tapson going been aggressive, nearly gets a second kill off those stairways. And that story having to take a couple of steps back. JDC blinded inside of the smoke. He's trying to track Mutas, but couldn't get into a position of power. So he'll just drop back and stay inside of dark. Rigon somehow hasn't seen Mutas yet, and I cannot believe he loses that fight.
Yeah, that's a brutal one to lose. Good on sAw, though. Finds Roman coming through the smoke. So some easy kills, and Big now have some weapons to work with, and they push right through the smoke in B main. This is going to give them a fantastic timing on the flank, because sAw's going to take their time. And actually coming right back to the push, and they're going to be caught off, but U-Jerks with a little bit of spray control. It's a thing of beauty.
So sick at transfers. We've seen that yesterday like multiple times. U-Jerks has got great control of his spray. And he just shows us again. 10-2, man. This is sick from U-Jerks. You remember back to earlier in the year, there was these two players, U-Jerks, and of course there's Dulce that were popping off. They brought sAw up a level. Well, now JDC has a chance to bring down U-Jerks at the entrance to the B side. Low HP player spotted, second down, and that's U-Jerks on the ground. It's now an AK picked up for JDC, and 19 seconds left. Mutiris picks up the bomb. He'll take a few steps back, but there's two players doubled up now for Big. And Mutiris is hoping he can get a lineup. Here's the steps, and he can't quite connect any of those shots. That was a little aggressive maneuver from Tapston towards A in the previous round. This time it's sAw throwing some A aggression in, disrespecting that early utility and not seeing anybody on the other side of it.
Very different stylistically from yesterday, though. Yesterday against Mongols was much more calculated, a little bit chill on the T sides to start. This one, they want to show some early pressure, force that utility out really early on in the round, and make Big feel like it was a fast A play. Look at the Molotovs and flashes that are being used to regain this control and used to send Rigon to his death.
Yeah, Rigon really wants to duel. He wants to get into these battles as early as he can, and he goes down in that opening fight. So sAw have the advantage, and now they're setting up outside of this B bomb site. Mutiris is going to start clearing out in towards dark, but he goes down and Big hold the B bomb site with ease. 3 early kills, but it's still a doable round here for sAw, but that flash is absolutely perfect. JDC downs his opponent. And now Dulce is on the other side of the map, bomb down on the B site. It is a second round for Big CT side.
sAw's going to be kicking themselves in this round. They feel like they got everything they wanted, and in fact they did. I'm shocked that Big won those battles at the B site, because both players were in the open, 2 different angles of attack. Arch enemies. Well, 3-2. Big string a couple together. Starting to look pretty decent. This time recovering from a 4v5 situation. And yeah, JDC the big player in that round.
No one peeking yet from sAw. So sAwson starts to get a little bit hungry for information. His teammate's starting to walk into his crosshair. He spots out one.
They wanted to re-clear that, but having seen presence, they decided to go against the full-blown push, and just happy to have numbers here at the moment. But sAw equally moving really well across the map.
Yep, straight through that smoke. It's Story that leaped to the bomb side to try and get the plant down. sAwson with that quick rotation back to the temple. It's U-Jerks that goes down. sAwson now checks in towards dark, but a missed shot this time. Smoke's blown open, revealing CTs. And unfortunately for sAw, they have not come out on top of these fights. And the bomb is not down, so Roman takes a step around that obelisk. He's crossed one of the opponents already. Crimbo down first, but he pulls the knife. If he had kept his AK-47 out, maybe gets that second kill, but it's a strong enough hold in the end from Big.
And importantly, unlike against Mongols yesterday, sAw's not getting that increase in performance from guys like Roman, guys like Mutiris, and guys like Story.
Oh, JDC opening kill traded by the Oppo Story. Now as Dulce, he's had a tough time.
He got picked off in this position earlier by Tapston.
Yeah, and Rigon looking to clear it out this time. As Dulce's position is common and it's cleared out. sAwson was standing in wait. And this is now Big up a player, but all that mid-control has gone to sAw. They've got some space to play with at least, but U-Jerks on the cross gets tagged up, softened down, and in the meantime, Big have taken map control back by pushing out of those B doors.
Yeah, they've cleared out B, so they know they've lost the middle of the map, but they have control of the bomb site. So, I mean, this is going to be really, really hard for sAw to break into. Need to win some heads-up fights. There's not going to be any kind of a set piece. It's about finding your kill.
sAwson wrapped around the cake. The elusive sAwson able to pick himself up another, and Rigon's got him from heaven. Good team play and Big, not getting into the bomb site whatsoever, or rather sAw. It's been a real tough last few rounds here for sAw.
Well, they've had to react to everything, even on this T side, which is interesting, right? Like you're reacting to losing your player outside of A, and you say, okay, we saw an M4 and an AWP there, 2 players, mid defense is going to be weak, let's take the middle of the map, but you're reacting and Big's not giving you any kills in those parts of the map, but your reaction that actually give you an opening path to a site. They're not finding solutions to these rounds.
Asimov.
Nice.
But it's terrible. It looks like it's fallen on the road, a car's driven over it, it's then been thrown in a river.
So it's like the more battle scarred kind of thing?
But it's not even like it's black scope, it's just terrible in general. I need to upgrade it.
Oh, a bomb site open. That 1 kill. Rigon goes down. Tapson had just shifted away, or Crimbo, excuse me, gets a little bit of spam damage on the cross. Now, they can and should go for this. A low buy round, you can see there's not a lot of utility to hold them back, so Big's gonna have plenty of opportunities to test this post plant, see if they can find a kill to really activate the retake. They just gotta wait for this round of utility.
Oh, Big.
Are they saving?
Just taking a lot of time here, Jason.
Well, the smoke had just plumed as that went down, so it's going to have to be fast, but I really think they're going to at least test this initially, and that's the go signal now.
Yeah, JDC's got to go eventually through A main. The rest of his teammates now flooding through heaven. Tapson just dropping into the defuse. U-Turk's taken out. Defuse being stuck. Tapson's off it. No more time. Last second, he's going to get back to it. Crimbo tries to hold it, and there's no more time at all. A last second kill to drop Tapson on the defuse, and sAw pick it up with weaker weapons.
They had some pretty gnarly set pieces on this B-bomb site against Mongols. JDC's been very, very good defending this bomb site, though. Test it again.
Oh, it's Crimbo that goes down. First JDC this time does not pass that test. Tapson now defending alone, and it's just too hard for him to deal with multiple threats. A charge and a direct hit into the B-bomb site is very effective from sAw.
Yeah, I mean, just lovely utility. That execute is pretty nasty to have to deal with. Mongols couldn't deal with it yesterday. Big get overrun in this round, and sAw's right back in action.
They also throw smoke early in towards A. It must block the info for Rigon, so they don't know if it's going to be the A play. They're drained of information for all the time.
And remember, they've challenged that a couple of times, or they've shown that a couple of times in this half where they've done like the fast presence towards A main, deep utility into the bomb site, make it feel like it's going to be an A rush. So that's kind of conditioning Rigon to be like, every time you see that smoke, you don't know. Is it just going to be the standard lurk, the standard default, or is it going to be something faster pace? So it buys you a couple extra seconds, and that defender has to consider the options.
Yeah, and so you were able to set up all of your plays perfectly for the split into the B-bomb site, and it was perfect utility. Searson, deep angle held for the entrance of Aerodol site. And he starts to take a step back. Flash is effective, and Rigon turns at the right time. Now Searson, misses the shot, needs to get back, and that utility, it's going to land, but it's not going to separate the pack enough, and so they keep charging forward. Searson gets one before going down, but that rotation from Big is speedy at the end of this half. They're trying to stop that bomb from getting anywhere near the site, and the bomb does go down. Mutiris was not with his teammate, and it is Big who lead 7-5. 4 sets of Kevlar, and a push from sAw coming out of A main. They're going to be arriving underneath Rigon in just a moment. Taking a few creeps
forward. He
forward.
missed 2, though.
Missed quite a bit.
Well, it's okay. You've got...
Oh, no. You
I was going to say you had Searson, but he moves just at the wrong time.
Rigon, though. He's got it. He's come back to check. He's come back to have a little look. Searson's gone down, though. Not going to be happy about that. And now it's Dulce starting to run out of bullets, and he's down 2. That is a chaotic start to the pistol, but surprise, surprise, there's another one somewhere around here lurking in the shadows. It's Mutiris still up on rugs. Rigon defending his life from all different angles. And Mutiris trying to slink in behind eventually is able to take down the Swiss man. 53 seconds. Tapson inside of the site puts that bomb down in the middle. And this is a 2v2 retake that sAw must attempt. They got a flash and no kit, though.
They're missing the location of one player Big on the defense. They know Mutiris is going to be over in canals. JDC's fighting that now, sticking to it pretty consistently. 9 bullets left, make that 6.
JDC turns back, spots out a little bit of Muteris. And the bullets just not connecting the way he wants them right now. Flash going in, but it's blinding Muteris. It's a disaster here, but Roman finally getting a headshot locked in, but that time is ticking, and tabseN still standing. Muteris taps the defuse, but he knows the round cannot be won. He just wants to draw tabseN into the fight, and the fight comes his way. tabseN with a double, Big with a pistol, and that is one chaotic start to the first half.
That's might actually be true.
Slight smile from the side of his mouth.
Ghost of a smile.
And here comes the push through camera. And it's a flash for tabseN. He's down. And Story now peeking out from the fountain. Flashbang goes in. And Story, he's still standing on the fountain. He's looking to try and get rid of Crimbo. Bullets coming through from Rigon. He's not too far off getting this kill. But the bomb is down in the site. And syrsoN and Rigon must now combine together to pull this round back. And it's just looking so unlikely as now Rigon is left alone. So that's a good hold from sAw. Quick rotations and a strong defense.
It was only ever a three-man attack into the bomb site from mid. And when those three players can't establish a foothold and all the rotations start coming in, they still haven't dealt with the rifle in A main. They still haven't dealt with the op on Story over towards A main and up on...
Udrug's forced away from Dark. Great utility from Big. It's a blanket of fire at Udrug's feet, and he's going to go out towards B main. He didn't go for the full commitment on the swing. He's still focused, fixated, in fact, upon Dark. A split attempt from Big. It might be difficult to get through this bomb site. There's still utility, and there's still plenty of sAw players in defense. Although burning away as Udrug's those sound cues instantly get the big players to turn. The bullets fire through the smoke. So that's one kill back, at least for the German squad.
Try and battering ram that B bomb site and all the counter utility from sAw. At 1 minute and 15 seconds, they're flush with Molotovs and nades, and it holds Big at bay. A re-exec coming in? Or they just walk in contact? Rigon spots one.
Muteris goes to the peek on out Crimbo, and syrsoN somehow recover this. And Big are now back into a position where they have the player advantage. Bomb is going down. And they're thinking about the pathway back in for a possible retake. And perhaps questions flying around, is it even possible to win this one now for sAw? It is going to be incredibly difficult. They have one kill on Arisdose. The only piece of utility they have is a smoke on Story. And he's made sound dropping down now. This is a solid post plant from Big. A trifecta of death, and now they have detected the retake attempt. They've seen where both players are, and they realize they can't win this. So sAw are getting out of there. They're saving their weapons.
Yeah, but remember, it took them, you know, that third map yesterday. Once they got there.
Yeah, once they got there.
Yeah, once they got there.
The most impressive part was the fact that they lost 13-5 on the previous map and were still able to come back and win 13-5 themselves.
Sure.
So the fact that sAw are never out of it. But that is not a good start for Muteris. He hasn't had a great game here. He's 6-15 now, and he's conceded that opening kill.
Little pace change from Big. This has been a much more slower, calculated textbook round, where the last two had a lot of early aggression.
Arisdose taking a few steps back, retreating behind the utility that Big throw out. So they've got A main control. They don't have to play with it, but you just know they forced the defender back.
sAw's getting pushed into a situation where they want to push this, but all of Big is going to be here.
Well, JDC might get ready. Flash does not blind him, and he's able to get one. Nearly a second, but here comes the push from Big through Dark. It's a split, and it's effective from tabseN. They're now pulling the sAw defense limb from limb, and Story cannot find any heroics in this one. It is a 4 versus 1. Arisdose locked out of this. Big up to 11.
I don't know if I'm going to maybe give production a little bit of a challenge here, replay observers, if we can get that flashbang that was thrown. I don't think it made it over. Because JDC was looking directly at B main. That flash is either off, or like if it might have been misthrown, or it's just lined up incorrectly.
sAw finally have a buyback, but it obviously last chance saloon here, because Big about to close out map 1 of this series in very comfortable fashion on sAw's map pick.
They saw the AWPer when they came in.
Oh, Arisdose, he knows the second player's pinned behind that corner, and that's a fantastic opening.
tabseN must have just been so blind.
Yeah, he's just blind as hell the whole time.
Yeah, he wasn't reacting at all to that kind of continued spray. So syrsoN's going to have to step up to the plate. Scopes in early, so he can entry with the AWP through Dark. Cautiously clearing, well, not cautiously, he didn't even really clear to the right corner, but took an educated guess.
An educated...
I don't even remember what that was.
Well, it was something like that. On Searson, he throws the molly out to the back of the platform. U-Jerk's forced out of position, and Searson is heating up. He can't stay in that. Tickled by fire and forced away, but it's enough of a distraction to allow that boost from JDC to prove effective.
That's pretty sweet. That's a nice little trick that Big just busts out. Searson drops another smoke. However, 3 defenders here still. AWP needs to have impact, and it can't react in time. JDC stepping in, misses his shot, so Crimbo can just do economic damage. A win seems so far out of reality. Can he make it to the A site? No. He has the time.
He's just not going to make it because Mutiris is here, and he's now pulled his AK-47. Unless he gets that is the headshot, and Crimbo, he's got it. 9 seconds, second play coming in. Aris Dawsey chasing after him, and Crimbo, he knows. He has to play for elimination now, and Aris Dawsey was ready for that. Time certainly makes things uncomfortable for Big at the end, and here's Searson. Nice shot. Roman taken out. Cleanly collected by the AWP, and the fire protects Searson. It gives him some cover, and he shoots right through it. U-Jerks could not connect onto the sniper at range.
Forcing the fight out of desperation. Story's going to claw one back. 4 on 3 in the favor of Big, and they're going to pause across the map.
4v3 to close out the map. Rigon taking steps beyond that smoke, and Aris Dawsey now detected off the fountain, flushed away. And the bomb will join the rest of the pack to finish this attack. Searson straight through camera, Story alone. And what a start to day 2 here from Big. Tapson was talking about their goals, their expectations here in Cologne is to make stage 2. They've collected their first map here in the advancement match.
You'd imagine they'd want to make it to stage 3 as well.
Of course. Well, we'll take one stage as it comes.
It's one stage at a time, the old adage. 13-7, Big taking map 1 over sAw, taking sAw's map pick away from them. They've got an advantage in this series. Looking forward to stage 2.
It's about to be a quite simple B execution with smokes popping in for Big already. Rigon's got that first blood. And now going through the smoke is Mutiris. His teammates going down. It's kind of chaotic right now, and sAw not winning many of these fights. In fact, none of them. So bomb goes down. Big into a 5 versus 3 post plan, and they've got a molly for this too, so they've got time.
Yeah, 3 defenders here, but like a really weak stack. Smoke blocks off the 3rd player, so now it's just 2 players defending. They've got a crossfire set up, but 1 player's out in the open, so the crossfire never activates. So essentially, 1 defender at a time had a chance to hold back this hit, and that's not going to concern Big whatsoever. No chance at this retake, no kit, everyone's starting to back away, and another pistol for Big.
Oh, big shot indeed from Searson. No retreating for Aris Dawsey. Story hangs around just to pick up 1 at least. He'll filter on back, but JDC already on the pounce, on the hunt. They get further away than he would have liked, so good start for Big. Great pistol round. And Rigon continues to try and bring fire to the squad. Prolonged cave fight.
Yeah, I mean, they're content to let this smoke expire. They haven't really challenged in middle whatsoever. We can see a double stack over in Donut. That's starting to get investigative. So JDC, let's see how you're going to start map 2.
Oof. Not well at all. Gets digged up by Story. Now Crimbo looking to make a response, and Mutiris at long range with that MP9 outmatches Crimbo. And now we're looking at 55 seconds left and sAw up 2 players. Great start into this round.
Oh, the swing from elbow coming in.
Aris Dawsey elbows his way forward. And it is Rigon brought down to 7 health. Story with another deagle, this time on Tapson. Rigon with Searson, the last 2 remaining players, and now it is just Searson left alone. He'll leap to the side and try and get a bomb plant. The deagle bursts open his skull, but he's still standing somehow with 3 health. If he can steal away a bomb plant, this is now not the worst scenario, but it's not pretty. It's not pretty for Big to concede this one, and sAw bounce back early on. That sounds good. If you were in a sauna, that would be like the kind of perfect music to play while you're in the sauna. Getting a nice sweat on.
Day 1 of posting until Counter-Strike lets me be the voice actor for music.
Do an ambient sound. 500 days later, Jason. Still going. Never an end to that story. But here's the Max 10 ready to go around that corner. Tapson waiting. What the hell's just happened?
I don't know. I think Tapson probably had his hands off the mouse and keyboard. He was probably
looking down the
talking
line.
through a tactic, like gesturing to his teammates. And just
looking
wrecked.
at the wall.
He's like, oh, okay, that happened.
Yeah, so they're taking a timeout in a way. And it's all over. That's one of the rounds of Counter-Strike that exist.
Hey, your Opera just got 4 kills with a MAC-10. You're living the dream if you're Story and sAw right now.
They're gonna go right through the door smoke. Take B-lane control. JDC trying to fight out elbow, and it's been a pretty rough start on Ancient here for JDC. He's down to 0-4 now.
I think he just swung into the spray. I don't even think he really realized that there was going to be a fight there. Mutiris was just spamming the smoke, and JDC kind of wanders right into it. Good first kill.
So we know the T side can be weak, so they want to do as much work as possible in this first half.
Also, I mean, it's going to be interesting because you'll have had a massive conversation after that game yesterday, right? So things might look a little bit better for sAw today because you'll have gone over everything that you felt you failed and struggled at.
Well, they have failed to hold the A site and stop the plant going down, but they have got the player advantage. But how long is that going to last? Because Rigon is right beside Roman, just waiting for his time to strike. And Rigon sends down 2. Udrex coming back through donut, numbers evened out again. Crimbo stepping up, but it's Udrex that is 6-1, looking for a 7th kill, and he does it on the Deagle. That is so sick from Udrex, and it's sAw getting right back into it. 4-1 on the board, and Udrex will celebrate that one. Trying to complete the mission. Mission impossible. And right now for Big.
Do or do not, Dinko. There is no try.
Oh, Rigon straight through the the smoke in the middle of the bomb site, and he's dead. So he's created space. He did have the hero AK-47. Unfortunately for Rigon, would have liked a little bit more. Couldn't get it. His teammates not doing too much just yet, but that bomb plant, that's objective number 1, and it's secured. Sometimes you got to lose a wingman. Enigi's kind of fights, and Searson sending himself forward into battle, gets one with a P250. Bomb did not go down, and that is a problem for Crimbo because he could have played a post plant, but now it's over.
Yeah, well, Tapson was heroically trying to punch those numbers in with like 5 HP, so any random bullet or nade that came through is going to take him down.
Let's take a prediction. Who's got the kill on Crimbo out of these 3 players? Gonna go for a wild one. Ours Dawsey, the furthest away player. Well, he's coming closer now. But this is gonna be his first. They're gonna give it to him. They're gonna give him his first kill of the game. And it's ours Dawsey locks it in.
Nice.
And they've been able to have such a strong start here. Good start from Searson, stops that B-ramp push, but Aristotle's still going. And now a swing out from Roman. He gets both. Both kills locked in on his aggressive maneuver, and Story hung around to catch Searson chasing up the ramp. Now JDC, who's had a nightmare start here on Ancient, he knows he has to make a play. He's got some control in middle, he's got some space to play with, and he turns back to catch Mutiris. Red room now opened up.
Yeah, that's a really sketchy kill to take if you're Mutiris, especially Roman with 1 HP. It's almost like let him be the one making those kinds of plays.
Is JDC going to predict him coming so quickly through red? You've just killed a player there. There's no way you think they're going to come down it this fast.
He's selling a fake, though, and he's going to go right through his own smoke. So takes the risk, and now he's got plenty of time and space and no vision. However, Crimbo's
bomb going?
Coming back to A.
Now, do sAw think it's going to be a B play and walk through that smoke, following him to the
biggest issue is if JDC goes down right now.
Oh, he turned back.
If he does fall at this point, Crimbo is going to be like, what am I supposed to do now? You were my entire safety net.
Oh, now he knows where Story is, and he misses the shot, goes to the Deagle, and that is disastrous for Story right at the end. JDC from 0 to 3.
Red room smokes, and JDC is going to start making his play in middle. He's all on his own. 1 in mid, 2 towards donut for sAw, and it's Story to find a kill. 13 kills, 3 deaths for the Portuguese Opper.
Really haven't found an answer to Story just yet.
There's about to be 4 players at this bomb site as well, so even with a lack of utility, you've got all the manpower you need to hold this off. One more smoke going in towards cave.
Ooh, and they're going aggressive down ramp. Crimbo's detected it though. Will taps him, be able to hold on. He goes down to Roman. Crimbo needs to trade out this close kill, and he'll get both. Now the bomb picked up again. 29 seconds left in the round here for Big, and you talked about manpower. There's so many players here on defense for sAw that Big just don't get anywhere near the site.
And despite the low utility, that one smoke thrown in cave does a lot of heavy lifting in this round. Keeps Searson at bay, allows them to focus over towards ramp, and all he can do is save at this point. So sAw's going to extend that lead back up to 4. Defense looking good.
Counter-terrorists win.
Can hear Tapson
like ridiculous amount of times.
Well, Big hasn't sent a whole lot of bodies there. They haven't like really emphasized any sort of mid control ever. So I think even despite the fact that Story might not have the most dynamic setups at the moment, it's not really being punished. So
16-3.
yeah, he is. And Roman's about to get one or two.
Oh, early fights still go the way of sAw. It's a little hairy at points on this ramp, and Syrsoon's decided he's going to pull out the AK instead. Gets 2 kills back inside of that B bomb site, drops the numbers, thins the herd, and now the AWP is back in his hands again. But as sAw, he's got closer than Syrsoon might anticipate. He's going to be tough to clear this, and he's going to go down. That bomb falls on the floor, and Crimbo is so far away from the rest of the pack. He's now alone in this 1v3. He's going to make his way all the way from elbow to the B bomb site, and that bomb is dropped. And he's got to deal with lots of threats on the way. Muterius is still inside of middle. Crimbo finds him looking the wrong way.
What a weird position to play for Muterius, though.
You're just open to everything.
Yeah, I mean, he's watching towards Donut, but you can do that from the other corner where you can't just be free kill.
All right, Crimbo. Are they going to give you a chance? It's 42 seconds. Crimbo's got another, and now it's just Roman left on 5 health. Crimbo down to 21, but will he protect the double doors play? And he won't. Roman finds himself the powerful position, but they nearly give that round back.
Yeah, that was kind of an ugly 3-on-1 for sAw. Very, very much so. And Crimbo almost has a chance to steal a round away, but the story still being Big getting blanked.
And now Story's AWP is positioned towards A, so they've got a read of the potential of an A play. They haven't seen too much of these direct A hits. Rigon moving forward through that smoke. Story brings him down. Flash goes in, or rather a deep piece of utility, forcing Story further back. A decoy was enough to fake it out for him.
Big can win this.
They can win this. They're in the side. They got the bomb down. And also sAw to show us what they've got in a retake. Syrsoon completely blinded. Sick flashbang from Story over the top. And that allows a free entrance path. Tabson trying to block it, trying to act as a blockade. But he's taken out swiftly. Crimbo's rifle stepping up for 2, but it's all on JDC. And he hides at default. That seems to be a position they're ready for. They dink him. He has to go to the Tech 9, and now it's a 1v1 up against Roman. And JDC is looking for that headshot, but just cannot connect with a pistol. It'll be a 9th round for sAw. And Big finally coming close, but close is not enough when you have just a few rounds available in the half.
Yeah, really, really tough round for sAw to come out on top of. That initial rifle going down, planned by the smoke close up to the pistols, ends up backfiring. Muterius can provide no cover, so Story's got to fall all the way back. That retake starts from 0. Not a single foothold into it. But good teamwork, good trading as they come into the bomb site.
Smoke up into the B bomb site. No secrets where Big are going to us. Looking at the minimap, everyone having to commit into this B site, into Roman, into Ujerks, and it is just a massacre. At the end of this half, Big are nowhere to be seen. They have completely disappeared after map 1. sAw back in this series. They've got utility on Arisdose and Ujerks, and they want to send us to Inferno in this stage 1 advancement match. Muterius waiting around that corner, flashes up from Arisdose, and that allows the opening kill onto Rigon, but they're about to see a whole heap of Big players. Everybody's in mid.
Oh, good kill, good kill. You don't need to fight that. You don't need to push the issue, but he does. 3-on-3. Bomb can get planted. All the information of Big's location is passed on. Story goes down with a deep fight against Crimbo. Oh, and through the smoke, he adds one more, because why the hell not?
Yeah, okay, Crimbo, I like that. Roman now in a 1v2, and they've got a kit. They can stick it. They can just get that smoke on and defuse it, and Roman better be perfect with that. Yep, no, more, a little bit more. Yeah, he's got it. Knocks down Tabson, and now time is running thin, but the kit's down on the site, so JDC will collect the final headshot. Big win the pistol. Crimbo. From the temple. Okay, what the hell was that? All right, Arisdose.
He's cheating.
That's the only reasonable answer to that. This is named Joel. Bomb goes down inside of the site, and that is a committed plant forward, but it's also denied. Ujerks' deagle strikes this time, and now Rigon decides that bomb ain't going down. You're not allowed to plant while he's around, and then he commits into the fight, does damage. Syrsoon has to finish off the job, and now it's a 1v1 for Syrsoon to close, and that deagle has now went straight through the chest of Syrsoon. It's dropped him down to 20 health, and that deagle looks so potent, but Syrsoon stands tall. He's 20 kills, 8 deaths, and Searson's now getting a little itchy feet. He wants to go forward into A main. He's got his teammate with him. Arisdose, oh! Searson misses the shot. Arisdose is given a warning. He's able to fall back, and now the attack into B. Based on the A aggression, sAw feel like that's the sign to go. That's the sign to attack this B bomb site. No smoke for the short cross, so Regan gets a double. Mutiris trades it out, and the numbers still favor sAw.
But now, oh, good kill. Good kill from Crimbo pushing up. Arisdose saw the AWP. He never saw the M4, so Crimbo maintained the aggression, but still a good place to be for sAw. Unless you peek into this AWP. Shadow shows Searson. That's 2 misses in this round that he absolutely should have nailed.
Oh, that's so rough.
And that's probably going to be the map.
Dude, they would have made such a difference if he just lands those shots. And now Crimbo, 1v2, he's just seen the second player, and that's a smoke. He's got a grenade for it. It's absolutely perfect. He can blow it open and go into the fight. He's so close. But Ujerk stands his ground, and that might indeed be the one that breaks big completely here on Ancient.
Oh, he needed these shots. Searson just needed one of the 2 of those shots to land, and both of them were very, very manageable, doable shots.
And soon we will get to see what their Inferno looks like. Roman walking his way towards Crimbo, and that MP9 rattles away too. Nearly a 3rd kill from Crimbo.
Yeah, Jesus, Crimbo. That's way too much for an MP9.
Shouldn't have done that. Now, oh god, no. All that hard work, it's gone.
Well, sAw can pause and wait here. They have control of the B bomb site. Now they've spotted JDC, Arisdose, some precision shots, and that's it. That's all she wrote. 13-5 on map 2. Ancient goes the way of sAw. They forced a 3rd map. We've got Inferno decide which of these 2 teams moves on to stage 2 today.
They're ready with 55 seconds now gone.
sAw's got a really good read of this, though. You can see Story's just gotten back at the perfect time.
Mutiris at the ready, peeks off the balcony, dives into the pit because he knows there's an attack coming in, and that's a big shot. He's still alive, he still stands in pit, and that's a threat they'll have to deal with, and they will. It's 3 clean kills from Big entering that A bomb site. And Roman and Ujerk are locked out. They can't really get back into this one.
That's just a lot of space, isn't it, that Big has to work with. Not even challenged till they're already halfway up lane. And those USPs had to land some pretty miraculous shots if that was going to be a victory, and it doesn't happen. So Ujerk hops in. That's nice, but not enough. Oh, maybe. Oh, my lord. JDC's left alone.
Not enough, but he just adds them up. He stacks them up, and now he's looking for every kill needed to get back into this. JDC in the pit, cowering away. He'll fight his way through Ujerk, but that defuse is being stuck all the way. He goes to the knife instead. Every second ticks on it.
Oh, he got it.
Defuse on the last second. That is one of the most ridiculous retakes we'll see all of Cologne. sAw win the pistol round. And Big into the buy straight away.
There's just absolutely no business winning that. I don't even know what you're supposed to say to your teammates after that one. Ujerk swings out, finds Crimbo, who had bought up a Galil. That now hits the deck. Going to be tough to recover for Big.
Big to finish on B. On sAw set up with 3. Roman. First oranges. Strong position with that MP9. Rapid to kill. He goes back, gets a dink on Rigon, and he looks up. He gets a double. 1 from fire, 1 from bullets, and that plant is now in. Mutiris and Arisdose far away from this. But is it going to be another retake from sAw? Searson down low. He needs to fall if they're going to pick this up. Grenade landed on Rigon. You thought that was going to be enough for Mutiris to take him away, but not to be as the Swiss man stays strong. Arisdose caught by Tapson, and Big show composure after the pistol loss to bounce back with a 4th. Much better from Big already.
I can't believe they won that pistol round.
Yeah, it's still just a little...
The more I think about it, because it's like... I said 1%. I obviously don't know what the exact percent would be, but I was trying to like work it out in my head, some of the conditions, and you're like, okay, 2v4 pistol. Yeah, nicely done, Regon. 2v4 pistol. You've got no utility. You've got no kit.
True.
You've got half the bomb timers already through. You have to hit every headshot, and then you have to stick a 10-second defuse.
Pretty much everything is against you, and they still want it. Like that is 1 in a billion.
Just craziness.
Yeah, crazy. Really cool to see that happen.
And for sAw, it's just both of these teams are kind of at that point where it's like, all right, what have you got to offer us? Like, we're still trying to discover what kind of a team you are.
I remember we got to cast some of these sAw games at the RMRs when we were qualifying for Copenhagen. I just remember Arisdose and Ujerk taking over Inferno games. So you know what can happen. He's very capable of doing it. Udrix, he peeks on out, he gets rid of Crimbo, taps him down low too. He's finished off this time by Roman, and Roman needs some help. The rotation's coming in, the smoke doesn't work. It's not going to be effective in stopping him or slowing them, and now he's forced out of position. Instead of sitting back, he goes to the fight, and that gets him one extra kill. Ball tries to cross, it will successfully cross as JDC gets 2 kills, one to the back of the coffins, and Searson had pushed into CT and catches Mutiras focused on the site. So as Dorsey, yet to frag, is now on a 1 versus 2, and he's a long way off with no kit on his back.
Oh, that got chaotic. That went from 0 to 100 very quick. Searson looks like he wants to give this one a go, at least a peek in to see if anyone will give him a mistake, but that ain't coming.
Yeah, so he grabs the AK off the top of the half wall. He can then fall back, save this AK-47 and take something. And a buy is back. This is the best buy the sAw have had so far, to be fair. They have FAMAS. They had a little bit less utility than they would have liked in the first gun round.
And remember, Story was an absolute beast on Ancient with the AWP, so you get that out in his hands, and it's like, all right, baby, time to get working. It's got to be immediate. The flash. Flashed and the boost up. They were focused on the boost, which allows Crimbo to get an easy one.
Yeah, now they're actually applying pressure towards B again. It's going to draw utility out of sAw, even if they don't go for the pounce.
And now they're establishing success at B, round after round after round. Oh, dear.
Oof.
Yikes.
Once those smokes start to fade away, that first one,
everyone from sAw is here. There's no defenders at the B bomb site. All 4 members of the defense have arrived.
Yeah, Story still standing at default. Peeks on out, instantly annihilated by Tapsons. That all passed to see impact later on. Aras Dorsey from Pit, only 1 kill, and Big are crumbling. Or rather, that defense from sAw is crumbling because Mutiras, he's still alive at Library. He's pulled up 2 kills. There's a couple of victims still left. That bomb isn't planted yet.
He was able to drop it on the cross into the bomb site. Crimbo's having to take his time, be cautious for a repeak, so it's going down just now, and Searson has got the bird's eye view to cover it, and no access for Mutiras. 6-1, a 5-round lead for Big on this deciding map.
And that's what they've got to go for here. Double setup in the apartments here for sAw to try and deal with Rigon, who has been unplayable. And, well, it does help out when they pull grenades, and they end up getting caught at the perfect timing. So there's Dorsey and Story open up with 2 kills in the apartments.
Exactly as I mentioned, you need to apply resistance towards A halls. This round can still spiral away from sAw very, very quickly.
As we've seen many a time.
If Aras Doce goes down, if Story steps out too much into the open, that's not a great start. You don't love that if you're Aras Doce. And that's a nice nade kill, but 1 kill from Searson.
He's got Story defending him from default, at least. It's still a 4v2. It's looking incredible now for sAw. It looks unlosable. As Crimbo comes out of balcony, Aras Doce with a great round. That's 4 picked up total, 1 of them with a grenade, the rest with good positioning. Running around the corner, Roman, that is wild. Absolutely wild. Oh, the wall bang on Udrix too. He's lost 70 health through the half wall. 30 seconds left in this round as this utility is dumped into the B bomb site. They are about to apply pressure here, and Story has a 5-7 in his hands instead of the AWP.
They're going to have access to B. Story can't do anything.
Yeah,
he just gets naded. Udrix gets picked off on the rotation as he tries to
Bomb's coming back.
Back to the A bomb site we go, but Aras Doce is still here.
Well, Aras Doce has to have one of the biggest rounds of this game.
Oh, I don't think they'll expect him. 8 seconds. Look at the time.
The time is limited. Aras Doce can stop this. Headshots in. Plant is starting to come through from Tapson, and the bomb will go down. The kill will come through. And now Mutiras is backed into CT where JDC has found them. Perfect timing. All calculated from Big.
Look at Kakafu. I don't think he's sitting there. He's like, that was not calculated.
German efficiency, Jason. We got to believe in it.
I think the only way to win that round was for Aras Doce to actually swing and prevent them into the bomb site.
Yeah.
Like that, and I mean, it's an easy thing.
Maybe he's thinking they're going to plant on default. Maybe that's the idea behind that, but yeah, it's just unfortunate for Aras Doce to plant a little bit further in the site. How is B going to look? How is this banana early presence going to shape up for sAw? They've got 2 MP9s. There's an early utility. They're applying pressure, and they're going to send Roman charging down through banana. Not exactly the outcome they would have hoped for, but that Molotov assisted by the team damage of Tapson is taking Crimbo out of there. So, for the first time in a long time, sAw have won that opening fight in banana.
Well, now Story better be focused. He better be ready. He's got to know it's coming right back towards him. JDC going to be the first swing, the first jump out, leg shot. Control of brackets over to Big, but they have to pay for it with HP.
Well, that utility stalls Big out for now. But you know they're going to keep coming. Rigon spotted. Taken down by Dorsey and Udrix. This is a good play. Right into Tapson. Oh no! That is so unlucky that he can't take Tapson out of the fight. 55 seconds now remaining. They're going to push this smoke at long right into Tapson, knowing that he's low, knowing that they had the advantage in that fight. And now Stories AWP will finally finish off JDC. That early work finally done. And Searson with a 1v4. He's stuck in middle, and that bomb is in easy possession of sAw, so he's going to slink away with a sniper.
There's no reason for him to save. They have all the money in the world.
But is there a reason for him to go for it? Of course,
true.
Damage.
That's a fair point.
Especially with your feet.
Yeah, what's wrong with my feet?
I don't know. Just seem to walk a lot, you know, JC. Just treaded the earth for a while.
Seem to be more of a walker than the average human being.
Here comes Roman.
Oh, he's done it again.
Yep. Ooh, Crimbo burning, and everybody burning. Everybody dead now. Udrix straight through that smoke. Tapson and Crimbo both gone, and this is much better for sAw. It did take a little bit of an awkward situation for Big to favor sAw that.
Yeah, but I think this might be one of the few times in this half that sAw have been able to gain an advantage down Banana, and especially with good utility usage. You lose the first player, but so many Molotovs, they've got nowhere to fall back to. And now the bomb is dropped up at half wall.
John DeCastro picking that bomb up.
When's the Udrix peak? It's coming. It's coming.
Yep, it is. And it's another lineup for Udrix. That's 4 in the round.
Go get the ace.
He's one away from taking Rigon out and collecting the beautiful 5. The ace of spades as he digs them out of the hole. It's Udrix shutting down the entire play inside of Banana.
A second ace in this half. Didn't Rigon get another one earlier? Was it Rigon?
Yeah, Rigon got one in the apartments against a full eco. This is more impressive.
Yeah, that's true. Crimbo and Tapson with nowhere to go. Flames behind him. Smokes and an M4 up in front.
While they're boardwalking their way back into this half, this is fantastic. They can get a 5th round out of this somehow.
And sAw's kind of accomplished what Big was trying to do on Ancient, the previous map, which is give yourself enough space to where like losing a pistol isn't the end of you.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, hot and heavy here for Tapson. Turns out that's not how he likes it. Down to half HP. Searson's having a little bit of a peek. You know, Story's been around here a few times with that sniper.
Oh, they're just going to dry walk in. Oh, this is going to be so dangerous.
This is definitely going to be dangerous, but Udrix, he pops up. He detects it early on. And Bigger coming. They're still going. They're trying to get into the site, but it's another shutdown from Udrix. Roman's with him. And Rigon, he's coming back in to try and make this work out for Big, but it's the last round of the half. They're going to push the smoke, and Rigon's caught without a gun in his hands, but he still wins that fight. I don't know how, but he's collected it. But the bullet's peppering him, and he's got the bomb back. All right, Rigon. Now there's a mid player that he's got to worry about, and he's just knife out. He's going to walk right to his death. Mutiras has waited all half long for this moment. Great recovery from sAw. It's still Big who lead, and it's anybody's game here on Inferno. And carved themselves out 5 rounds. This pistol is underway, and it's a quick play down middle for the majority of Big's forces. There's one player in Banana, but the rest are running down mid, and it's 2 for 2 at the start of this. Back and forth it goes. Dorsey is worried about bottom middle, and he's come out to help his team, and that risk to send all the resources down mid does not pay off for Big. Mutiras slips through that smoke. He's ever closer, and a big swing from Crimbo. Quick reactions to get that first headshot. JDC's close by to back him up. He looked like he was going to hold down Mouse 1 for a couple of kills there, but only managed 1. But will they predict that Tapson is still here? They look focused on the site. They're still clearing it. They're going through the motions. And Tapson really should not be getting away with much because they are fixated upon Dark.
And they were going to volley that position either way, so yeah, he was pretty much screwed. Was hoping somebody, Searson, could provide enough of a distraction to take some eyes away. It's not going to happen, so back off, save that scout. Rigon will save the Deagle and armor. 15-9 for Rigon.
Oh, Furia versus Liquid's currently ongoing. I could barely hear myself think from all the communication going down on the ground. Seems like a fiery one. The first time Skulls has played against his former team.
When you've only got 2 M4s to work with in a round.
Oh, you've got Tapson, and he wants to fight. He's close at the barrels, but Udrix has a gap on the side of that smoke to peek out from the cubby and take out Tapson. So, first opening kill, it's sAw. Are they going to go with this? They still have 2 players outside of A, so you'd imagine not.
It's a perfect opportunity at this stage in the round for a double pump. Look how much counter utility they forced out. Look how much delay utility they forced out from big defenders. And now you forced them to an aggressive play. You've got one more kill. Perfectly organized from sAw.
Now 1 player left inside of the site, and that's JDC. He'll play on Fountain. The fire will sit atop the water, but not spread to JDC's position. He'll peek out and get a double, sweeps them under the rug, and he sees that 3rd player. He knows the next victim's there, and he's got Rigon over towards B with him. That bomb, it decides we do not like what we're seeing on B, because Ours Dawson is pushed through the A site. He's caught Searson trying to move back to safety. Now Rigon running down Banana, has no idea Roman's waiting for him. It is patience, it is perfect, and sAw are into A.
JDC created an opportunity for you to be back into this round to contend for it with his double kill, but sAw is just a step ahead. The shift back, and that's where you see the strength of the guys like Arisdose and Ujurx. Both of them...
Well, they haven't planted their feet yet.
No. And that's an issue. Obviously.
It's going to get worse and worse.
Halls pop.
It's just so direct and simple from sAw, but it could be so effective if they can bring down Rigon off the balcony, but it's Tapson and JDC that just maul them. Story left alone. Rigon comes around to close it, and that A-hole does not break.
I don't like that call from sAw for just one reason. I mean, obviously it's a change in style. They're thinking maybe they can catch this defense off guard, but I mean, this is one of the likely outcomes. If you don't get that first kill, you're not able to stream out into pit, you do just get deleted.
There's 3 players for big position on this A-bomb side again. JDC swings into the fight. Roman goes down. JDC gets a second out of it. He stayed very committed to that. He thought it might be 1. Fall back. Seriously now gets aggressive, emboldened by the success of JDC, and it's 2 picked up from the sniper, and another stronghold from Big. Finally, those feet hit the ground, and they plant themselves in this second half. Searson attempts the opening fight, but he's smoked away, so he can't stand and duel in middle any longer. Ujurx, they're coming at him through Banana. Through that smoke, Crimble will launch himself. Not really getting going here, Crimbo. He's lost his life.
There's one of those kind of risks that you were talking about where it's almost like, do we need to do that?
Nope.
Did we need to push through a half-wall smoke?
If anything, it's just going to make Crimbo feel a little worse, you know?
I mean, and sAw's loving this. They're like, yeah, we'll just hit the B-bomb site. Searson alone with an AWP at Coffins. They're going to throw utility on the fly, which is going to give him a chance. Blinded at the last second. Smoke is coming in late as they enter in, and now Big have a decision to make in terms of do they want to go for this retake. They've got 3 players here.
That helps.
Yeah, that does help. 1 more kill and it's on.
They could go for a boost too.
No more smokes to block off these choke points. This is being watched. You're crazy, JDC. You need a flash.
No, you just need a lot of good timing and a little bit of luck thrown in there. JDC with a kill on the top rope. And now a 3v3, one that Big can go for, but Roman stepping up, Mutira's coming in. It's all Searson with a 1v2. He's going to the Tech 9, steps being made. He knows exactly where he is, and he's going to peek on out Roman to close it on the AWPer of Big. And Barry lets out a bellow as he's happy with his team taking the lead again. Could have been a lot worse. It was just a fireworks display in the end. Searson, oh, flash is so good! And he nails 2 kills off the back of that 1 bullet. And that's a fantastic start for Big as they set their sights on tying this game up. It's the AWPer that puts them ahead.
Couple sound cues given over by sAw and alt mid as well. Searson was looking for that exact play, and you hear that footstep as Story like slides out with the AWP to take the angle.
Right down to the wire here in Inferno. It's so difficult to call who is going to pick this one up. Currently, it economically favors Big. And Searson is starting to land shots on the CT side. Rigon playing from the pit. They're going to deal with this threat because Rigon can be so strong from this position as they charge up through short. He's going to be Rigon. Bye-bye. And now JDC inside of the site steps up. It's a double headshot, but it's no kill. Not a single kill. And that's forced Big into the save. So you had last round Big winning off the back of 2 initial kills and forcing the save call. Now it's the opposite. sAw straight into the A site. Big straight into the save. And this game is now in favor of sAw. They're going to be on map and series point advancement point into stage 2 of Cologne.
Crimbo's got a Molotov, but that's a shallow smoke. I think saw's going to be more than happy to attack through it.
And here they come to close, or we get overtime. It's Ujug's running in first. He is going to try and spray down that backside player, but it hasn't gone that way. And Crimbo has a nightmare of a game here on Inferno, and it looks like that nightmare will become reality, a living hell, because sAw are up one player, make it two, to close out this game, to take away Big's first chance, their best chance to advance into stage 2 here in Cologne. But they are still fighting. They are still in this, and it's Rigon, the new recruit, getting them right back into the battle. And Story is left alone. He has been so quiet, but he ends this chapter with a shot on the defuse, and one player left. Story runs back, takes a few steps. That defuse is not happening, but Story ends it here. He ends it right now against Big, and they will move into stage 2 of Cologne. They progress, and Big will have to wait longer if the Germans dream of moving up in Cologne.